R, welcome. What would you like to say?
Hey, could we, for a moment, break down the how we're gonna debate and the grounds of which, you know?
No, what would you like to say otherwise?
Oh, I wanted to talk about, now question how you base your religion. Yeah, how do you base your religion of what? How would you prove it?
How do I prove it? By recapitulating God's revelation of himself in creation and the revelation propositionally secured through the prophets, ultimately in Jesus Christ, codified and secured in the content of the Bible, both of which cannot be rationally denied.
How could it not be rationally denied?
Because you're going to need an identifiable, defensible model of reality to refute anything, including other worldviews. But outside the Christian worldview, there's not going to be an identifiable, defensible model of reality because it will be absent one or more of the properties or attributes of the God of Christianity, whose property set constitutes absolute perfection.
So you would deny other beliefs about how the world are made, like how the Islam or the Buddhists think about how the world works.
Both. So, for example, Islam is a counterfeit of Christianity. The God of Islam does not have the property and attribute set of perfection that the God of the Bible does. In Buddhism is essentially a religion that is atheistic. So both of them do not have identifiable, defensible, ultimate models of reality.
So you're proving your religion out of the ultimate model of the world.
All right, hold on a second. Are you there, Tab? All right, we need to block somebody who's attempting to slander.
I got it. I blocked him.
Yeah, let me block him.
No, so it does block. No, he's blocked. No, he's blocked on tabs. He's not blocked on your live or my live.
All right.
That's how the blocking works. When we're in tabs room, when we block people, it blocks it on tabs live.
Okay.
And then now we can mute him too, and then that will remove the comment.
Okay, go ahead, sir.
Me?
Yeah.
So you're proving your religion through the belief that the world is made in such a way, in a perfect way, that there couldn't be a God, otherwise it wouldn't work.
I'm proving it by putting on the table God's revelation of himself in creation, through him in history, through the prophets, ultimately in Jesus Christ, propositionally codified in the Bible, and that this model of reality, the revelation, okay, is self-authenticating to the impossibility of its rational denial.
All right. So, if I may, I would like to clarify my view, and so we can then, you could nitpick the wrongs of it if that's not the perfect way, or no, that's, yeah. I hope you know what I'm saying.
Yep.
In my worldview, I wouldn't specifically deny an existence of a godlike being, but it's more like.
Hold on a second. We got a guy coming on with another account. We need to block him. All right, we'll block. Just give me a second.
Yeah,
these people are mentally ill. All right, go ahead, sir. Forgive me for the interruption.
No problem.
Trolls.
My worldview would exist that or be that the way we exist, it's not like there is no. Even though I would call me atheist, there is not like a Christian God or a godlike being that made the world as it is, like perfect or how it is now, but that the way nature works and
nature is a term of abstraction. In your model of reality, what is it that is absolute, unchanging, and the ground of all being?
I would not say nature, but like
nature is a term of abstraction. It's a term. It's an abstract term attempting to invoke a set of things.
Hmm.
In your model of reality, without invoking an abstraction, what is it that is absolute, unchanging, and that causally imposes all that is and cannot be?
I would say that it is a hard question, but I would say something that is absolute.
What is the absolute?
The absolute, the ability to think.
No, sir. Your ability to think is contingent on several factors.
Okay, all right. Which are?
Okay, which are learning, knowledge, cognition. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
is your knowledge in any way contingent?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so then it can't be absolute.
No, it can't.
I'm asking you, in the totality of everything in the world, everything,
Mm-hmm.
is there something that is identifiable and defensible, that is unchanging, absolute, and provides for whatever regularity there is amongst irregularity? What is that?
No, I don't think there would be.
Okay, then it's game over for you. It's checkmate.
How so?
Because now you're in a complete chance world where anything can be and anything can happen. And if anything can be and anything can happen, you have no grounds to speak intelligibly.
Why not?
Why? Because intelligibility requires that certain things cannot be. So if I say that the dog is wagging the tail, it means that it cannot be that at any given moment the dog is what it is not. Okay?
Yeah, all right, all
So
right.
the point is, in order to speak intelligibly, something cannot equal its negation. So if anything is possible or nothing is impossible, right? It destroys all intelligibility, because if I tell you there's a parrot knocking on your door, it's an alligator singing you rock and roll songs from the 1950s, but in reality, it's a cat meowing.
Yeah, but it could still be.
You're not understanding the metaphysical landscape here. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
In order to speak intelligibly, there must be something that is in and of itself absolute and unchanging, that stores what things are regular amongst irregularity, such as either identity over time or relative identity over time.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think I get it. But
So when you say
Yeah.
the sky is blue, the dog wags its tail.
I identify that as
This is presupposing that some things have object permanence or relative identity over time, without which you couldn't speak intelligibly. Do you understand that before I move?
I do understand. I do understand.
So what is it that is itself absolute and ultimate that causally imposes either identity over time or relative identity over time?
I think it could be social construct, or
I didn't ask you to guess. I want you to tell me, what is it?
it is subjective. So
No, sir, you're not understanding the question. You categorically deny that the mind and purpose and plan of God is the absolute who secures the regularity and irregularity of the world. You adopt that something else does that, correct? Is that correct?
no.
Oh, okay. So there's nothing that secures what is and cannot be?
Do you want yes or no, or
Sir, I want you to answer the legitimate
No.
question. Because if you're going to deny your creator who has revealed himself in creation, you better give me an answer of what it is that falsifies God at that metaphysical level. If you reject that God is the absolute, the ground of being, whose mind, purpose, and plan dictates what is and cannot be, then you believe that something else dictates what is and cannot be, correct?
yes?
Good. What is the something else?
Not a godlike being in the
Sir,
way.
what is the something else?
You want something metaphysical?
Sir, what is the something else? If you're going to negate God, you need to give me an identity statement that negates the identity statement of God being the absolute.
The Islam Allah.
Oh, so you're a Muslim?
I am not, but I would.
Okay, well then
change.
you've now contradicted yourself because
Okay, right now I am a
because
Muslim.
You're now
Right now
invoking.
I am a
Hold on
Muslim.
a second. Hold on a second. You're making a very common and basic elementary mistake in these kinds of discussions. You are now speaking from worldview X, but you are now invoking that worldview Y is the true worldview, which is a contradiction to your worldview.
I could think of it as a theoretical.
Sir,
so I
listen
could
to me
use it.
carefully. I'm not asking you for theories. You're invoking a worldview that you categorically reject. Now, do you realize how incoherent that is?
I wouldn't say that I categorically
Sir,
reject it.
you need to tell me, you're telling me what it is, the something else that secures the regularity in the world, right? You're giving me a worldview that you don't even believe is true.
Because I can prove it.
No, sir. Do you have identifiably the something else that you need to negate that God is the ground of being?
Nature, you could say nature.
Nature is just a term of abstraction attempting to collectivize in a set all the stuff of the world. Well, you're just telling me, you mean everything? So everything is the something else?
If you broaden the term of nature, it could be
Focus
everything.
on my question. When you say nature, do you mean everything?
I would say everything, yes.
Okay, so everything dictates everything?
No,
Okay, so now you're contradicting yourself.
it's a loophole. So
No, sir, you're
making
not
it
focused. You know what?
contradiction.
You're not getting this, and you're not even trying to get it. Telling me that everything is the ground of all being, how can everything be the ground of all being when certain things are contingent? That's a contradiction in terms.
Yeah, but this is a loophole.
You know what?
with
You're not.
yes
You know
and no,
what?
you couldn't
are
get out of.
deliberately not trying to focus. You are deliberately ignoring what I'm presenting to you. When you tell me everything is that you're not talking about one thing. So how did you determine that each and every member of the set is absolute and eternal? How did you determine that?
I don't think that to ask
You're not answering the question. I'll repeat
because
the
I
question.
don't think it's relevant.
Say everything is the something else that negates God. How did you determine that each member of the set of everything is absolute and eternal? How'd you figure that out?
I don't think it's relevant.
No, it is relevant because you just told me. You see, that's just a throwaway statement, so you don't have to answer the question. Is everything a set?
It could be.
No. Okay. Have a nice day. You're done. Yeah, you're done. So what he's saying is, what could be negates God. But if it could be, it means that it's therefore not necessarily true.
Like, what kind of argument is that? Well, in the future, there'll be some scientific proof that Christianity is true. Therefore,
Yeah, in the future, you're going to be burning in hell.